Hi, welcome to Life Coach DM. I'm Dawn Marie. Life Coach DM. Dream more, do more. So today's vlog is, are you an achiever or are you an excusologist? There will be no change in your life until there is change in you. Heraclitus, the Greek philosopher, said, as far back as the 6th century BC, it is in changing that things find purpose. Do you want to change? Or do you want to keep driving that Volkswagen and pretending it's a Porsche? You're the only person who can make it happen. Basically, if you want more out of life, you have to put more into life. The fundamental way to do this is to start educating yourself. How can you expect more in the future when the operating system in your brain is the same one that you left school with so many years ago? Maybe you need to change. Reinvent yourself. Start a new exciting phase in your life. Everything changes all the time. And time waits for nobody. There are many people who I speak with who have never read a single book or attended any sort of learning experience since they left school. I actually think that's rather sad. But some of them are even proud of it. Yet when the conversation continues, out pours all their problems, all their hard luck, all their woe is me stories. If you're still with me, I want to ask you 3 questions. But I would like you to think a little bit before you answer. It will probably take you a short while to answer the first question with a degree of accuracy. So here's the first question. How much time did you spend last week feeding your stomach? That's right. How much time did you spend feeding your stomach? Your answer doesn't have to be exact, but you should be able to work out some sort of reasonably accurate figure. Jot down the answer. Somewhere near you. But how much time did you spend feeding your stomach last week? All right, second question. How much time did you spend feeding your brain? Most people will not need anywhere near as long as they did to answer the first question. Because unfortunately, for many, the answer to this second question, 0. Big fat 0. How much time did you spend feeding your brain? So question 1, how much time did you spend feeding your stomach? Question 2, how much time did you spend feeding your brain? So here's the third question, and it's a pretty simple one. Why? Why do we spend so much time feeding our stomachs and so little time feeding the brain? These questions are not meant to belittle anyone. I just want you to think about the issue. Thinking intensely about things will often lead to action. And when action is taken, your world can change. That's what you want, isn't it? Non-achievers are the excusers of society. By default, they become excusologists. They spend a lot of time and effort making excuses for poor performance. Excuses for this, excuses for that. The crazy thing is, all that time and effort that was wasted on achieving nothing could easily have been used doing something positive. You can easily recognize an excusologist by their language. I'm not smart enough. Really? You don't have to be a genius to achieve. You just have to be willing to learn. Are you willing to learn? Nobody in my family has ever been successful. Great! Here's a chance to show them something new. Break that family trend. Show them that you're successful. I've never had any luck. All my luck is bad luck. If it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Really? Maybe God thinks you don't need it. The harder you work, the luckier you will get. Be careful what comes out of your mouth. What do most people say when you ask them how they are? Question: how are you? Answer: not bad. Really? Not bad? When you think about it, isn't that reply really negative and ridiculous? Not bad compared to what? Get rid of that answer. Try something innovative. How about, how are you? Outrageously well. Thanks so much for asking. Or, how are you? Positively abundant. Positively productive. Those answers, they're sure to raise a few eyebrows. Alright, so getting back to what this blog is all about. How much longer are you going to waste the most precious commodity you have? What's that precious commodity, you ask? Time. Stop making excuses and start taking action. Do something. Do it now. You could easily start educating yourself. Good knowledge will give you potential power. Acting on good knowledge gives you power. Try reading some good books. They can really help you to make a change. Not sure where to start? Alright, check out the bookstore on my website, www.lifecoachdm.com. Look at all the motivation, self-help, personal development, and success books that I have listed there. I'm sure you're going to find dozens of books, literally packed with good, earthy, positive information. Most of them will contain references for even more information on these subjects. After undertaking these measures, there will be no excuse for being an excusologist. I've just offered you some suggestions that will allow you to change. Of course, you can stay the way you are. That's your choice. But if you're unsatisfied with your life and you want to make improvements, for heaven's sake, just do something about it. You only get one chance at the life you're living. Make it grand. Make it the best life you possibly can. You don't have to accept what has gone before as the template for what is yet to come for you. Change your way of thinking. Gather knowledge. Expose yourself to new ideas and ways of thinking and doing things. You have probably heard this before, but it's so pertinent, I'll put it before you again. There are basically 3 types of people in this big, beautiful, wonderful world of ours. 3 types of people. 1. There are people who make things happen. 2. There are people who watch things happen. And 3. There are people who say, what happens? If you've traditionally placed yourself in groups 2 or 3, people who watch things happen or people who ask what happens, if you've placed yourself in these groups by not being willing to learn new techniques and obtain knowledge that successful people seek, then there's a very simple remedy. But you have to be prepared to do 3 things. First, invest in yourself. 2, learn something new. And 3, apply that knowledge. Invest in yourself, learn something new, and apply the knowledge. You can make a decision today to better yourself, or you can ignore my coaching. It's your choice. Remember, there is nothing so important in your life than investing in yourself. Even a book or seminar can teach you only one new thing. Right? Even if a book or seminar can teach you only one new thing, out of hundreds of ideas and special pieces of information they present, it'll be worth it. So worth it just to walk away with one new thing that you learned. That one thing might just be the piece of knowledge that can make a huge difference in your life, change your future. If in the past you've been prone to making excuses, you have the opportunity right now to do something about it. If you read the newspapers, watch the TV, and listen to the radio, you'll see how much negative permeates our senses. We are flooded by it every minute of the day. Studying books such as The Success Principles, it gives you the power to block all that negativity in your life. It can teach you how to concentrate only on what you want. Focus on the positivity. When you learn to shield yourself from the negative, you'll then be free to concentrate on all the good that can come into your life. You can attract it. You have the capability to do that. Just look around you. This world is in desperate need of more achievers. Heaven knows that we have enough negativity, negative thinkers, and excusologists. They're everywhere. My suggestion to you is don't add to the growing numbers. Join the achievers who have success thinking as their power base. Excusology is a chapter you will find in a subject called Failure 101. Make the decision today to become an achiever. Whatever you decide, I wish you all the best for your future. But if you decide you want to change, you want to make a transformation in your life, and you need some help or coaching, contact me. lifecoachdm.com. Namaste.